What's good, everybody? We're finally back. Let's do this thing. Man, I gotta drink some Gatorade. Dude, it is hot. Took a full bottle of water, full bottle of Gatorade. Stuff was tough. Stuff was indeed tough, man. I tell you. I tell you. What is everyone doing? I am doing just fine. Man, I realized that, bro, up there, not that hot. Down here, humid. I was wondering why, when I came back and I was feeding the animals again, um, it was like stupid hot. I was sitting here like, bro, when I was up there, bro, it was not, it was hot, but it wasn't like I'm sweating bullets hot. Again, we're kind of near some water, so like, I think that actually makes a lot more sense. But, yeah, we had a really good time. Really good time. A lot of food, a lot of places to see, a lot of boring lectures. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I've tried my hardest. What did buddy say? Please don't tell me his account got beamed. Okay. We still make that joke to this day, where I got my Roblox account beamed like last year. Good old Joshua. Cause that dude did not let me have it down. He'd be like, man, you talk a lot for somebody who got his account got beamed. I'm like, okay, man. But nah, we're back. We're gonna be playing Fire Emblem, Path of Radiance. I was watching some dude. I don't remember his name, but I was watching him before I came onto here, and he was doing an Iron Man challenge. Essentially, what it is it's like a Nuzlocke, right? Well, in this case, it was basically um, the units you have is the units you have, and what I mean by that is like I think in this challenge it was more like it wasn't so much as like it was basically just that doesn't sound crazy playing the game. What I mean is like he didn't reset or anything like that. So if Boyd died, Boyd was dead. You know what I mean? He couldn't reset the game back. He couldn't do anything like that. He had to just keep moving forward. And the only game I could really think that like makes you kind of have that sort of mindset is it's like Fire Emblem on the DS, the one that has Marth. I think I don't know how I think that narrows it down to like two games at least. But it's then the regular Nintendo DS, not the 3DS, the regular DS, right? Um, and that's kind of what it essentially happened. Is that's what he was doing. He was doing that, and I learned that Titania's name is not Titania. It's Titania, apparently. Now look, all right. I know I'm the same guy who said Lethe, and her name was thinking Leith. All right, but like, look, okay. And I know that all you had to do is put an L at the end, and it would just be lethal. Seriously, who thought of these names? I really question who thought these names. Genuinely speaking, who thought of these names? But I'm still call her Titania. Leith, I can mess with that because I was like, Lethe just kind of sounds kind of whack. Titania, what? What? I might have to roll with that too. I don't know, but I did finally put in my stinking new SSD. I'm glad about that. Thing's got like what 960 960. It says on the back it's a Kingston. It's a USB to SATA. In case you don't know what SATA is, it's like on certain SSDs there's like a, you know, like how the DS or like the little cartridges, how it has like those like golden, and then it's like the green like little squares on the back. Like, you know, when you put in the game, you gotta put it where I know I don't know what it's called, but it's like, you know, the golden little like rectangles on the bottom of the cartridges. It's got like the green squares. More than likely it says like USA on them, or NTC or Japan or whatever. That USB thing that I have, that SATA, is supposed to connect to that. So it gets connected to a USB, so then I can work on it externally. It's basically an external hard drive is what I'm trying to get at, with an extra step. And so, it works well. I literally had this hard drive similarly earlier. My other one, I was going to give it to my cousin LaTroy at our family reunion, but then it rained towards the end, so I didn't get to give it to him. I did format it though. This is the hard drive that I used since the beginning of time, since literally the first time I started this channel like 2 years ago, or a year ago. It's 480 gigs, so you would have 480 gigs SSD on his laptop. Now, what kind of man's got to have all that power? Pac. I don't know. I don't know why he would need that. So now I got 960, and this is 480. Yeah, I got 960 in this thing right now, and this one's actually 480. I say that, oh, shoot. I say that allegedly because, like, I mean, hard drive's got a hard drive. Like, sometimes it's got to take a few gigs off of it so that way it can actually process it. So, yeah. I think HDD and SSD is actually a pretty cool concept. It's quite nice. We didn't come here to talk about stinking SSDs and external hard drives. We came here to play Fire Emblem, you know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and boot that up real quick. And no, I was not resting on my laurels. I was still obviously keeping up to my stuff. I was extremely tired in multiple instances, but I still made sure to look up a lot of stuff here. And oh, it's because the end isn't connected. I was so confused as to why it did not work. There it is. I need to make sure to get this to work, because otherwise, act like I never streamed on this thing before for some reason. Alright, let me see. Over here, with this, deactivate, reactivate. Bob's your uncle, Uncle Jabab. Alright, cool. Hey, come on, remote, work with me. Alright. He said, alcoholics, transform. Alright. That beautiful sheen. was this thing called? Oh. Dang game. Then we're not going to generalize this. I thought they would have. Said, I'll take stuff that should have been done earlier for 2 months. Okay, enough hoopersketch. I'm tired of delays. I did that last time. I did it this time. I did it every single time. It's 15 minutes in. Ain't too bad. Now I was having to make sure to this thing I started like some kind of other stream jobber. Listen, buddy, trying to meet a quota. All right, let's go ahead and get it. Chapter 25. I should definitely make another save. How are we 42 hours in? The game literally said, like, I mean, straight up, verbatim, word for word, down for down, that it's literally like, oh, it's gonna be 30 minutes. Or 30 minutes, 30 hours. 30-minute game would be crazy. Unless you're talking about Parameter Rapper. So, seems, I think from last time I said that everything was fine. Now, I know in my stinking description, I literally said that I forgot. And only when I play the game will I remember. And it's absolutely true. Because, see, bro, it was like 1 or 2 a.m. today. And I was like, bro, I've been up since like 2 long o'clock. And I need to go to sleep. So, yeah, basically I went to sleep. Because, well, I was tired. Me and my friend wants to keep calling and stuff, like, hey, you good? You good? You wanna chat? You wanna chat? I'm like, bro, hey man, I get it. You got like some stinking Red Bull type of energy right now. I don't. I'm kind of tired. I kind of want to go to sleep, and I kind of get patronized for that. Cause the dude, like, even for like our trip that we're about to go to, he was like, I hope dude doesn't go to sleep. I'm like, I'm sorry dude, I don't like sleep until 2 p.m. and then the moment that I gotta go to my job, I got like 30 minutes to get ready. Then I work there for 8 hours. Then I come back home and then I don't go to sleep till 8 and then rinse and repeat that cycle for like until my next day. You know what I mean? I don't do that. I don't do that. So, hey, I hate to tell you. I was gonna say, does it get to me? I was gonna say, kind of, and no. It's literally 2 words I can really say, kind of and no. Oh, my nose. I'm trying to make sure that I got everything else together. I think on what the next game should be, because I realized I played 2 games, well actually yeah, completed 2 games, and didn't make a stinking thought process on them. It was Sly Cooper and Fire Emblem 3 Houses. I think I've been kind of semi-vocal about it, like Three Houses I liked. I like Three Houses. I love Three Houses. My first legitimate Fire Emblem game. Not Heroes. That was in the 8th grade. Three Houses was 11th grade. Yeah, 11th grade was when I got into it, and I really did like it a lot. I think it was the whole classroom like esque setting type of thing. Cause see, the game came out in like 2019, and I was like in the 9th grade. And the only reason why I even knew about the game's existence was due to Smash Bros. And I was like, dude, no one cares about Fire Emblem Three Houses. The game is stupid. Like, no one cares about that. Only for that to be one of the main cruxes on what it's just irony comes and bites you so hard in the behind this, you know what I'm saying? Like, my opinion about Persona 3, I hate it. If you wanted someone who genuinely despised Persona 3, dude, if I ever got that copy of the game, I would have genuinely burned it. That would probably be the only like bit of technology I would genuinely smash and intentionally break. Out of sheer dislike. But then I actually kind of played the game a bit more. Because at first I did, and it was like, bro, this thing's just Stair Simulator. Then I played, it a bit more. And then I was like, this pork food's actually pretty good. And then I just liked the game. Because the beginning, even in both games, bro, in both Persona 3 Reload and Persona 3, in base, I played FES. They're really slow games, story-wise. Story-wise is really slow. And Tartarus is a cool concept that, it's basically one big dungeon that changes its layout every single time. In reality, it's kind of like a Mementos thing where sometimes you'll just get one big square or two individual squares, where there's a whole bunch of conundrums of squares. It will never be circles, it will only be squares. Dude's turning triangles into stinking squares. That was from Team 4 Stars Jrpg. This dude Tricops over here is turning triangles into stinking squares. I was like, dang, it's actually pretty funny. So I literally don't think we have anything else on here. Lucia, Bastion, and Volk? Like, the assassin Volk. Like, I haven't said anything since, like, that one time. Volk. Crazy. But would I try a stinking Iron Man? Not with this game. I don't think this game, I'm not saying you can't do an Iron Man, like, no siree, C-A-N''T. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying this game is too long. Like, story-wise, I think it's really good. Gameplay-wise, I think it kind of drags on certain stages. Like, sometimes you'll get a randomly insane difficulty spike for literally no reason. Like, sometimes you'll just be sitting there slashing and dashing for one chapter, like, hey, go fight some dudes. Alright, I'm gonna go fight some dudes this chapter, beat them up, you know, da-da-da-da. But in this instance, sometimes it'll just be like, okay, I need you to go, like, slash this beast. They're like, okay, we got weapons that literally slay beasts. Then you go and slay, or try to attack the beast is too strong. And then, you know, you gotta, like, regroup. Like, you'll literally be fighting with the skins of your teeth. I know recently I have not been resetting because I haven't been losing any units or have lost any units like that. But man, the game does not make it easy. Jeez, you there in the bushes, you have until the count of 5 to show yourself before I start throwing sharp arrows. 1, 2, 4, that is crazy. Dude said 4. Bro skipped a few. He would be the type of guy to do that. Oh dear, keep those dagger sheathed, dearest folk. I can see you've earned such a reputation. Bro, he hasn't though. He literally hasn't, bro. He's not the Kakashi. No, let me put some respect on Kakashi's name. Kakashi is Kakashi. Alright, that's Kakashi, right? Naruto. That's him. Himothy. But, like, what has Volk done? Outside of, like, hey, I know some stuff about your, dad. I was supposed to pass a message, but I guess I'll pass it to his son. do you wanna do you wanna keep me around? It's like some kind of a payment that you need to give to me in order to get this information. And then you're like, that's dumb, but I guess so. And so then bro becomes just sidelined so hard. This dude gets no kind of supports, no kind of nothing. He doesn't even get mentioned. Even when you take him, it's basically like, do you really wanna keep this guy in tow? Are you sure you really wanna keep this guy He seems like a shady dude, and you're like, well, I kind of trust him, so, jump off a bridge. And it's like, dang, I guess now he's in our tow. And then only recently he was like, yeah, okay, you got the money? He was like, yeah, I got the money. And then you give him the money. Because they kind of finally brought that up, because at first I thought they weren't. But then they did, like, recently. And only up until now, he was like, alright, I was basically your dad's assassin. I was trying to watch him, and if he went crazy, then I would have personally ended him because I'm built like that, allegedly, even though I literally couldn't kill a priest. Seriously, he couldn't kill a priest. Dude was thrown into the game. I'm thinking, okay, this assassin's gonna be, or this, assassin, thief, same div, except one's just a higher class. It's gonna go crazy. He doesn't even crit. Like, you would think that, like, the way I think of thieves in these type of games is someone who's nimble and dexterous. Like, they dodge a lot, they get more attacks off, because they're faster and more nimble, right? They get more hits off. They get more dodges off. They may not attack hard, but they do chip damage, and they crit. So, sometimes they'll have like a high crit chance since they're, really suave. They can, hit them with like sheer piercements, like Eric and his poison dagger. I think it's from Dragon Quest 11. I guess it's like Eric's poison dagger, and he like just shanks him with it, or his sleep dagger, where he just shanks with it, and he puts the monster to sleep. Just like a little bastion, where the fellow was expecting to seed. Indulge my curiosity for a moment. Who are you working for? Knowing you, I'm surprised you haven't already checked on what I had for breakfast. See, you are working for Korea under Commander. Yeah! I serve for no nation. I work for Ike himself. And why? 10,000. 10,000. Pay me and I'll answer that question. You had no intention of answering that question. You came up with some outrageous sum. I'm not a charity. Get lost if you can't afford my fee. What has Ike got brewing in that brain of his that involves this dude? Jeez, my phone was going crazy. In this scurrilous man of the shadows. Methinks I should look into this forthwith. What is bro yapping up? Alright, what about Lucia and Bastion? Have a good day, Count Bastion. Lady Lucia, what an exquisite pleasure would you allow me to place a kiss upon your creamy white hand? I did not write that. I did not write that. What? Sorry, I've been sharpening my blade and my hands are covered in grime. I have no objections to grime me. Bastion, Basti boy, Sebastian, the whale-washing dolphin. What are we doing? That is some D1 simpery right there. I gotta sugarcoat it. He said it wouldn't matter. I'ma still do it. Hey man, I don't know what to say about that. Well, she's like, well, yeah, I got objections. Maybe I don't want you to get sick. Like, maybe I don't want that to happen. She dressed me so curly, but it only stokes my furnace of attraction. It's only in my nature to hunt and pursue a tantalizing beast that flees me. You have such a devious grip on my heart. Don't even think I'm going to fall from that trick. Wait. Oh. It might work on others, but I'm no doe-eyed fawn. Why don't you just give it up already? Splendid, the fawn are sharp hooves, but still she spurns my advance. Spurns my advance. Next time I shall woo her with words. Bastion, what do you even do? Hold on. I gotta study on my guy. It was this guy! He was a dude that was a sage who could also shank people with knives. Yeah, and had a whole ability for it. Yeah, I remember this guy. It wasn't corrosion, it was this one. It allows people to wield knives. I was wondering about that. I was like, I know I've seen this guy from somewhere. Someone somewhere dropped a lucky penny. He's got some favorites. I think he's kind of got some moves. Speed 16. Hey, he's classing with Ike up there. Like my boy. Look at this guy. Speed 11. His stats are absolutely dog water. However, I mean, it certainly kind of beats, you know, Zhart the Shark over here. I thought Zhart the Shark would have been crazy. What, you got skill 15? Okay, big whoop. You know what I mean? Big whoop. Does that save us? No, it literally doesn't. We got Jill, Rolf. I don't know what that was. I think that boy. Oh, there's a flash goal. Yo, flash this. Mister, excuse me, mister. Are you guys going to those mountains? There are lots of soldiers wearing black up there. Those guys killed my papa and burned our village. That's why we went into the mountains in the first place. Golly. You're gonna go up there and take care of them, right? Gonna make them pay? Please say that you are. My mom, my sister, and me don't have anywhere else to go. And I want to go back to the cabin my papa built. I understand. We're gonna take care of those guys. You stay here a little bit longer. Yeah, get them. Oh, I heard those guys talking about something. They say if anyone comes up the mountain with if they come up the mountain single file, they get them all at once. This is gonna sound crazy. If memory serves me right, this is the chapter that its map is based off of a snowball. What I think this kid's saying is that there's gonna be it's gonna be an avalanche, and it's gonna be snowballs raining down from the mountains, and it goes down in like straight squares, right? So like in a straight line of squares, the ball will roll there. So there's a way that we can actually hit the enemy. This is the game. Not this is the game. This is the only mission where a boss can die without any player interference. Not like, oh, we got poisoned, because usually bosses in most of these RPG games, they can't get poisoned, sleeped, and all that stuff. So when I see people use stupid moves like sleep and poison on boss fight type of fights, I think that they're generally kind of stupid. For example, you don't go up to Kamoshida and try to stink and put sleep. You know what I mean? You don't do that. You hit him with, you hit him with Rakunda and Secunda. Maybe not Secunda, but at least Rakunda. Weakening defenses and accuracy. But yeah, we'll make sure to at least use the snowballs toward terrain. Make him throw down or face down and do all that. Bastion. Excuse me, forsooth. Why does this guy talk so formally? Medieval-ish. Forsooth, what ho? My eyes behold, sir, I pray tell, what would you ask me, good sir? I just wanted to chat. I try to speak with all the members of the army when I have a minute. I see, a fine idea that is, good sir. Some generals hope their soldiers all be aloof and ready always for the fight. If all goes well, sweet happiness abounds. But if the tides do turn, then anger grows. One wonders if he can lead men at all. I too am often plagued by such grim thoughts. Yeah, listen, yet you walk around among your men at arms, spin tales, tell jokes, and lend a willing ear. Huzzah, dear sir, huzzah till the end. In truth, I didn't much fear your name at first. I swore to find the metal of the man and study you with a cautious, steady eye. I thought to find yourself a brutish rogue, a villain crafting his fiendish plans, with status and great wealth his only goals. Has such been your ethic, your own ethic and deceit, I would have taken measures sure and swift to see your person vanish in the night. You are not ending my life. You do that. You can't do that. You don't have the stats for that. I don't know, buddy knows I got Ragnell, the only sword that's able to clash with oh my goodness, Black Knight's weapon. I don't know if the game would have changed if I had the weapon on me, cause I did, but I didn't use it. And then he was like, "Hey, you did a pretty good job trying to dodge and do all that swiftness. That was pretty good. But you ain't gonna break my armor." And then Ike's like, "Well, I'm not breaking his armor." And then dude's like, "You didn't bring Ragnell, you know, the only sword that has the plot armor to fight me. My armor is enchanted with a certain enchantment that can't be broken, not even with a dispel. So, no, you're not just gonna go walk up to somebody and just disenchant my enchantment on my armor. It doesn't work like that, little Buster Reno. No, you gotta fight with a sword that's got sheer holy magic, and the power of light, you'll be able to slash my armor and make a dent in it." And I'm just like, what happens if you need to go to the bathroom? Because I know for a good, fun fact, knowing me, I'm going to sit there and wait until you go to some kind of outhouse, some kind of thing, and you have to take off your armor. Then you take off your armor, over. That's all I gotta say. Or just blow it up. Like, just set it up on fire. Let them sit in a sort of like wooden home. You know, like a fixed home. You know, like a dummy home. You know, something that someone just made just to kind of like have like a stakeout or whatever. Lure them in there, light it up, absolute cinema. I mean, dudes were slashing houses and turning them up on fire, like as if they were just like it was like they just like all lit with gasoline and it just got cut. Like, jeez, man, why was that axe so sharp? It literally set the house on fire. What was it made of? Stinking gasoline? And then we had like nitrogen. We just like lit like a spark of fire and just blew up. Like I don't even know. But yeah, word up from eyes, man. So noble, blah 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 blah. General. Oh yeah, bro. Sleep. Wait. Oh, sorry about that. I was dozed off. You were saying something about the moon. I think. You are tired and unaware of how your body doth cry out for rest. If it would please you, I was of a mind to partake in a sweet and soothing draught, a beverage warm and pleasant to the. Oh my goodness. If you're offering me a cup of tea in your tent, I'll accept. That is what you're offering, right? Oh, and I apologize in advance if I fall asleep again. I am just really tired. Your words do make my ears lift alive with joy. I shall regale with you a tale or two, and poems to ease the savage toll of fear. You know, I've always questioned, what is this? Yeah, I know what the select someone to get information from, but what do the stars mean? Is it like our bond or something? Like this guy's name is Man, and he's got like 3 stars. But then we got like Bastion, who's got like 1 star. And then we got like Boy, who's got like 2 stars. But they don't lead to nothing. Who are you? What kind of One Piece type of thing is this? Hey there, little man. I got some serious business with the general. Take a message, will you? And you would be... The name's Largo, and I'm a world-class berserker. World-class berserker. It's a rather dubious title. What's this? You're doubting my strength. I could pin a tiger with my bare hands. That's not just hot air either. Dubious. Dubious. You think I'm fooling you? Have your general hire me and then see for yourself. You can decide how much I'm worth after you see me in action. But let me tell you, if the goal's not good enough, I'm gone. What? All this sounds vaguely familiar, but at least you're confident. Wait. Like I said, world-class berserker. Here, watch me bend this lance. Alright, you're in. Yes! So, how about taking me to meet your general? I am the general. With the... okay, that was good, you know, that was pretty good. So, bro, real talk. Where's the general? You know, it's got to be that big one over there, you know what I mean? Largo. Who are these people? They just show up. You can't just walk in here unannounced. Y'all are some like stinking OCs that got drawn at the last second. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. Who are you? I know who Khalil is, because she pulled up and was like, I'm like the most awesomest sage, and I do cool things, and like, I'm pretty, and I am a sage, and I can wield daggers, too. And I'm like, okay, we kind of got people who already can do that, but then I was like, you know what? I like a lot of dialogue. I love dialogue. It may seem like I absolutely despise dialogue. I love reading this stuff a lot. So I said, why not? So I guess Margot and Khalil are in cahoots. I thought I'd find you here. And hot. Almost as hot as me. Did you come for looking for little old me? Oh, how sad for you. My contact with this army isn't up for quite some time. Yeah, I thought you'd say so. That's why I'm doing it too. What, are you really gonna hire him? I mean, yeah. He kind of showed up unannounced too. I mean, everybody kind of just shows up unannounced. You know, you would think that the enemy team, like, on how many random people just walk up to our base unannounced and immediately just ask for hirings or just give some random spiel of information. You would think that the Dayan army could immediately just jump us right here. I'm being serious. Have Katrina on to the left, have whatever, have the Black Knight on the side, and then what's the dude's name? Like, not Asher, it's like some A name. Have the King move forward, Katrina and the Black Knight to the sides, close in on the army, boom, it's over. Or do a Alamo type of mess, and fight them at night, so when they're sleeping, you know, you get them. But I think it has to do something with honor, pride, and dignity. Like, how would you feel if you got a cheesy win by getting somebody when they were asleep? You wouldn't feel good about that. At least back then, you wouldn't have felt good about that. Because you'd be like, yeah, I ended that army. Okay, how'd you do it? You walked up single file line and shot them? No. I fought them in their sleep. In their sleep. Yeah, in their sleep. This is a war. Yes, it is a war, but you didn't fight with pride or honor. Dude, it's my life or theirs. What are you talking about? We got the win at the end of the day. Yeah, well, that doesn't really matter. You didn't fight with honor. You didn't fight with demon. You didn't fight with nothing. Nah, you fought coward. And it's like, bro, what are you talking about? It's my life or theirs. Like, oh man, I could not have been back then. If I talked like that back then, bro, I'd have gotten I'd have gotten cooked in a stew and fed to the fishes. What kind of thought process would get me attacked? Not even a race thing. I'm just saying, like, I couldn't walk up to some king or general and say that. Like, even if I was like some like higher up type of person, you can't just say that. But yeah, that's the plan. This little guy really is the general. Don't I look like the biggest fool around? And I mean big. Like, you said it, not me. Right? Verbatim, word for word, dialogue for dialogue. He said it, not me. Did not text that. Sorry if I offended you, little guy. Oh, he's such a clown. But you made a good hire. After all, he's a world-class at berserker. Yeah. I get. He's no Volk. Not Volk. He is no Vike. Sorry. Eerily similar. You know. Let me show you how Teach can do it. The Vike here. Like, you're just a discount Vike. I'm serious. Like, Vike's at least got some character. Like, let me show you how Teach can do it. You know, at least he's cool. He's kind of just a big dude. You can just wield axes. It's literally your whole thing. Six-pack abs, no shirt, and a cape with like fur in this hot condition, soon to be cold. I hope you love hypothermia. He pinned the tiger with his bare hands, two of them actually, at the same time. Yes, that was pretty awesome. Definitely do this. Well, that's great that we got a hire. It's a shame that he's kind of getting sidelined super heavily. What did I say? Alright. Let me check my ward XP. Ooh, that's a lot of ward XP. Yeah, I think Reese is good for now. Mist. Let's do it. Get level up. What else can we do? Dang, that was a lot of stats. Okay. I'm gonna be real. I don't think Racing needs that. Warren, I think he's good. Tanith. See, Tanith is literally just I need you to bring this from point A to point B. I'm sorry. Like as a Pegasus Knight or a Falcon Knight, basically Pegasus. Look, let me give a little bit more credit. You're good for carrying people and dropping them off. And especially for Tanith, she can summon in more units. So at least it kind of wears a few people down. Because I think the game wants to have like this, don't attack everybody, but do attack everybody. Because you won't have enough XP to keep like going in the fights. You have to kind of like, it's this weird blend of like level and strategy. And it makes things awkward. It's like, no, it's level and stats, strategy, you know, your know-how, and biorhythm. Like, I'm serious when I say this. Biorhythm is the most controversial thing. Not controversial, but, you know, potato to potato, you know. It brings a lot of it. It's just something that, it's like a hot take. I just don't like biorhythm. I think it was like a really stupid thing that they did not need to have added. I think it's a good idea on paper. All right, let me get this straight. I think it's a good idea on paper, poorly executed. Because the idea is that, you know, when the marker is high, they perform better. When it's low, you know, they have penalties. So when it's higher, they get, you know, boons. You know, the good. But then when it goes down, it's a bang, you know, the bad. And no one likes the bad. So you always want to keep your meter, you know, that little diamond up on the top of the line, like a stinking music note. Was E, G, B, D, and F. Alright, you want to keep it on the treble. No music. And so, yeah, I know. I don't know how you would know what flats, because there's no flats. Anyway, so yeah, you want to keep that triangle like really high up into the sky. Like no. Like at least to D, where the triangle currently is. You want to at least be in D. You don't want to be in E or low D. You want to be on middle D and higher than that. Like, see, he's got the right D. He's on the G. I mean, he's kind of a G. He talks weird, but I think he's okay. Bastion. And see, boy's having a good day. You know, we're gonna have a good day. So like, I think it's a good idea, poorly executed, because certain turns you'll be good, other turns you'll be bad. But it throws strategy just immediately out the window, because it's not so much as, okay, how am I going to fight this? It's, okay, what are my odds and chances of my unit having a good or bad day right now that could ultimately sacrifice any sort of that can gain me any sort of like buffs or penalize me by any sort of penalties. And I don't like that, because I'm already having to fight something that I can't control, and that's leveling. Like, there's no Coliseum, so there's no real way of actually getting any more XP than from this. Like in 3 Houses, right? You can go out of your way to go battle for a day, and level up your units that way. I think that's a really cool thing. Does it kind of make things a little bit easier? Yes, it does. But at the same time, I mean, I think that's kind of what the game was kind of, intending for, that, you're a class, you gotta go train up, you gotta go do your thing. I feel like it kind of blends all that pretty well, right? And I'm assuming, like in Awakening, you got like DLCs, you can fight with them. Or there'll be people who will show up on the map, and you get to go and fight them. I think that's pretty cool too. I know it's like, Awakening didn't have a stinking, it didn't have Coliseums or anything like that, but they also had like, I'm pretty certain that they do have Coliseums. For one, they do have Coliseums. But two, excuse me. At least there's a way in all these games to level up. That's all I'm trying to say. In this game, the only thing I can level up is like award XP. It's like after a battle, they give you like some sort of like early XP, and you'll use that to your advantage. Now I know in like Sacred Stones, the Coliseum is actually pretty good. The only problem that I have with the Coliseum is on the 3DS version. I was like, why that version specifically? So the problem with the 3DS version, I think, is one of the most stupidest things they could have ever implemented in their entirety. Excuse me, let me calm down. Let me calm down. I think it was really dumb on how they implemented it. See, I was gonna say, on the Game Boy Advance version of Sacred Stones, when you save, you save. When you suspend your game, you suspend your game. So let's say I suspend my game before I go into the Coliseum, and I lose. Well, then I can just reload the stinking save on that suspended, and it'll pop me right before I go into the Coliseum. So then I can realize, oh dang, I'm not supposed to go in there yet. Let me heal up, I'll be good, But on the 3DS version, they'll be really stupid with it. You could put a suspend outside the Coliseum, but then let's say you lose the Coliseum, and then you try to reload that suspend. No, they're gonna reload the fight, and then you lose, and you gotta keep doing that over and over again. So now what you have to do is you have to reset the whole chapter back, fight all those dudes again, and then hopefully, Ross doesn't die at some random point in the Coliseum, and then you gotta restart the whole chapter again, fight the same guys, and then have Ross level up. I think it's a really stupid thing to do, because why would you do that? You never save my games in any of these games. You forcefully tell me to put save states. Then the one time you don't have a save state, you automatically save for me. No, okay? Because you penalize me if I don't save in this game, I get penalized. If I suspend my game, I get penalized by whatever action that happens next. So if I get my pants pulled down, I'm going to keep seeing my pants pulled down. It is some Diavolo GER type mess, and I don't like that. Because Code God, Requiem da. But like, seriously, like, did they really have to do that? They didn't have to do that. I know it's like, gee, relax. I know it's just like, when you do this like 20 different times in a row, and then Ross just keeps dying 20 different times in a row, and he's like level 12 now, and he was originally like level 5, and you got like all this moo guap, green cash, green, and then you don't have green cash, green. It kind of gets to a person. Now, I'm pretty certain that there's maybe like a setting or something that I can do. Actually, I don't even think there is. Yeah, no, there isn't. I don't think there is a setting to like turn off the autosaves for the GBA. Which is weird, because, there's no autosaves in the GBA. You always have to manually save. For everything. There was really no point in that. No. This is a parody. Cancel support, terrain, and skill bonuses, making units fight on ability alone. That's just stupid. Why? What do you gain from that? So your thing is that you buff up yourself. This isn't like a lone wolf type of situation where it's like, oh, you're alone, you get like stat buff ups and stuff like that, and you can change it out. No, this is literally just you being by yourself, and then you ego flexing that, yes, you're fighting by yourself, and I don't need your help, and I can fight by myself. Like, what? No. Man, if you don't come over here and get these stinking buffs and terrain bonuses, like, no. It's bonuses. Get that out of your system. Free. Doubles the experience points as units gains. Not bad. Okay. I'm not gonna beat this game. At least not tonight. Renulf, whereabouts is the Galayan army encamped? Just over the mountains. So we're finally going to join forces. Reports say that King Ashnar is gathering his forces. King Ashnar, that's what I was trying to remember. Is gathering his forces in the capital. This time to work together is certainly upon us. Aye, there's an enemy ambush waiting for us on that mountain. If we go around that mountain and avoid it, how much time will we lose? A couple of days at least. In that case, we have no choice but good. Yeah. Hold up. Isn't there like there's usually some sort of discussion? Hello? This was not the mountains I was thinking about. The enemy approaches, sir. Listen up, man. Let them get as close as possible before pushing these rocks off a cliff. We must not let Crimea join forces with those subhumans. Oh man, that's rough. Man, it's gonna be tough. Commander, the forces are encamped on top of the rise. I wonder what sort of trap they have this time. Those boulders didn't get up there all by themselves. Are they seriously going to roll them down on us? At first glance, it seems like a simplistic trap, but these narrow paths make avoiding the rocks impossible. I think they may be surprisingly effective. So we run up the mountain as quickly as possible and smash the enemy commander. Right? Yeah. How did you? I know. Genius. Actually, that's the best plan. Try to avoid the boulders and reach the top as quickly as possible. Once there, defeat the general. Aight. Let's get it. Wait, no. Sorry, come back. Bro basically gave us information, said, alright, go team! Ran off, like, bro, no! Come back here! Dude's just gonna run off and, like, just leave us to our own devices. Use this information wisely. I take my leave. Like, no, come back here. Come back. Alright. We got Mordecai, Stefan, 10th, Titania, and Renulf. Could be some more people though. Like for example, I can't throw Void in there. It's liability. I have way too many characters. I think this is the problem when you add too many people into a game like this. Because look at this! What I mean to say is, look at this. There's way too many people in here. Seriously, like look at all of this. Okay, we add Shinon. Even if we add even if we add Shinon, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the count. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 34, 35, 35 people. And since Shinon's on here, that's 36 people. That's 36 people. I have to keep a track. Oh my god, keep track of. Like, that's a lot of people. It's way too many people. Like, damn. Goodness. They're really gonna do me wrong. And I'm gonna allow you to acquire the skill saver from your database. Alright, well, I'll make sure to put that up. The time that has meaning, I need to make sure to find somebody that oh, Mist is already here? Okay, never mind. I thought the Mist was not going to, and that's why I was trying to hurry up, trying to find somebody. I'm not gonna have Lucia come with us because liability to me, F and E, F to me. Alright, let's do this thing. But yeah, I do, I did not actually know there was Fire Emblem, like, YouTubers like that. I never really, watched them, low-key. Because I remember, like, I was having a conversation with my, other cousins, like, at, like, some birthday party. And he was talking to me about, like, how he had, like, his, like, chat and stuff like that. And they were all talking about fries and all that. He's playing, like, For Honor, Call of Duty, going crazy, you know, having all this stuff. And then I mentioned my game, like what I do, and then he was basically like, oh man, I've never heard of that game. And so I was like, dang, I felt like such an odd one out for that, because I was like, man, I really am playing something super niche. Like, but, man, what are you gonna do? Well, play a different game, obviously. What's going on with the axe? Weird. I just need to make sure to, cause I know after this, I plan on, cause I was making some stinking scripts when I was, out there. I wanted to at least do a guide on all the monsters in, Monster Hunter Wilds. And I also wanted to do, a how-to for some Smash Bros. Characters. Ultimate, and I also wanted to do Fire Emblem characters, but that one's gonna be kind of hard. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, cause that's like a whole character analysis type mess, and that was gonna be the toughie of Bluffies. No joke, cause that's a lot of niches. I feel like a net. No, I'm talking about like the character in that. How she's like really ambitious and she wants to do all these things, but she gotta realize that like she can't really do all the things, so like, you know, she should take it a little bit easier. And that's honestly real. I love Annette. Like, I think she's cool. Not like that. Now obviously, okay, the older one, yeah. Younger's really sweet. Older, I get, right? I get if you like it like that, but she's older. Not like that. That's why you don't say that, because it makes me sound weird. Alright. Alright, help myself up. I was playing some Fire Emblem when I was on the trip, so I mean, what we gonna do? Alright. I didn't get to check the map, Dunsky. So, the boulders are gonna come falling down, assuming straight wise like this. They hit Bing Bang Boom. We gotta make sure to kind of pull up to these listeners to a thing. Bing Bang Boom, this dude's got a pole axe. I don't know if he'll fight us. Alright. Good. More room will push over here. Please don't tell me that looking so. Yeah, I was saying, none of these guys should have like a looking sweat. It's like until like towards the middle to the near end. They're like, alright, time to do this. Now look. Another thing said a night axe. Whoa, 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 whoa. paladin wielding a bow. But it may prove useful. Alright, I'm gonna need Rayson to do his chant. Green Day! I love singing. Right here. There was a QOL I saw someone have on the Japanese version of the Radiance. Midnight Minerva. Good dodge. Excellent crits. Stefan off the gate, off rip, already critting, spitting, and shredding. Oh no. Was there something that just popped up just now? Man, who knows? I thought I saw somebody over there. But also while getting that while trying to move over the stuff when I formatted it, I couldn't move over my Fire Emblem clips that I had like months ago. So like all 30 gigs worth of clips just got deleted. Good? Yes. But man, I really wanted those clips. But I don't think it really mattered because I don't think Fire Emblem Path of Radiance was really doing it, if you know what I mean. It isn't me saying I play these games for views. I play these games for liking. Like I like this game. I like this stuff. Right? That's all I'm trying to make sure that that's at least clear, so you don't get the wrong idea. Smite. This is gonna go in the middle. Reese is gonna go on the side. Everyone else is gonna kinda exist outside of Mike. I know I want to play, I've really been looking at more Kabumon and all that stuff. I've been playing, I played Kabumon a while back. Like the big chat, mod. That one's a good mod. I love that mod. I got, like my plane, I got my house, I got my fenced up stuff. I got my bees, I have my garden, I have my second garden. Whoa. We're throwing catapults? I thought it was like a boulder that rolled down the ground, not a whole catapult. Oh no. Yo, what on earth? What? That's just D1 levels of stupid. Wait a minute, but they only have the one rock, and it's only the... Wow. You know, it's actually kind of low-key crazy that they're really gonna hurt... If they're willing to hurt their own people, Mordecai, you don't take this. I don't believe it. The only one, because I didn't expect them to start rolling rocks immediately. I thought it would be like if we got halfway. I at least thought it was gonna roll down straight, not roll down like some Donkey Kong barrel going down the side. Like, what is that? Yes, I did recently watch Pixels. Yes, I thought the movie was kind of alright. I thought it was an alright movie. There've been a lot of whatchamacallit? There's been a lot of free movies recently. I know one of my friends was basically telling me, well, you know, it's been years, but like, okay. Dude, by that logic, Hercules should be stinking free for YouTube, but it's not. Why? Because people are just releasing them. It's not so much about the years as to why they're releasing them. It's just, I guess some companies are just really willing to just release them, or whoever it is just willing to release them. But I think it's really cool because now we actually get to watch. Yeah, nice try, Buster. We really get to see more movies like Pixels. I didn't get to really see Pixels when it first came out. I'm kind of glad I didn't. I thought it was cool, like, oh my goodness, it's video games. You know, before we were like at least more talked about. And then here we are. Watch Pixels. And it's like, oh, okay, it wasn't too bad. Remember, guys, it can't be an Adam Sandler movie. I get the girl. I'm being serious. It's always like the dude who's down on his luck, and then he gets like, it's always like that. I'm being serious. Because at first I was like, okay, Holy Transylvania's not going to do that. And then it did. It did. He was down on his luck, and then he finally found the girl of his dream. And it was like, bro, and he singed again. And I'm like, bro, he did not get Adam Sandler, bro. He did not get the girl. If he's not down on his luck and then finds the girl every single time. In Pixels, literally, he's just, cause like, the mom or whatever is like, oh, I don't like my husband. Or something like that, and it's just Adam being down on his luck again, because he's for the Geek Squad, doing his thing and just fixing TVs, right? Which I didn't know this, but that's actually like I think it's like a Best Buy thing where they like install like TVs or something. I learned that from my uncle, but I did not know that. And so he doesn't do that, but I was just saying that. And so then she's like in a bathroom or in a room, like in a closet, drunk and like sad, and she's drinking it out of a sippy cup, and he's like, can I come in? He comes into just that, and I'm just like, bro, what is this? Then she likes him, and then he's basically like, oh my goodness, you know, I know you like me, keep your hands off me, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just sitting there like, bro, wait? Like, I was sitting here so confused, because I'm like, what? Like, and then he like goes into the, oh my goodness, it's just some scenes I just thought was so stupid like that, and I was like, really? That's how he gets the girl? By going into the closet, talking to her about like the husband, and then talking about $1 million yacht or something like that, and then like she really likes him, and then the kid really likes him, and then there's another one that I thought was pretty dumb. It was like oh my goodness, it was when they were in the it was like a conference room. And he just walks in there and just starts like, you know, talking about, I don't know, something about the games and how the games work. And then one of the dudes was like, well, maybe we should tell this guy to leave it to the, you know, the people in power. Basically saying, hey man, you are just some regular dude, and we are like government officials in this supposed to be confidential room. And you just walked in and opened this. This isn't a dorm party, you know, where we're talking about our secrets, you know, kicking our feet up. We are literally at war with these digital creatures that we don't know. And you're just gonna waltz in and be like, alright, I see you, Harry and Gandalf in the same room. That was so stupid, because look, okay, one of them looked like Harry. The other one dude looked like not Gandalf. And I was sitting here like, this is just, I felt awkward for him. Like, putting this into like the character shoes, I was like, oh, this is awkward. Like, it screams like, bro, I lost the argument, so I'm just trying to make up stuff to make it seem like I'm not hurt. And I'm like, bro, took an L, just walk it off, man. You walk it off. It's a minor setback for a major comeback. But bro did not want to hear that. And so that's when he's like, oh, Harry, alright, let me set all these people here. I don't, it's good. Yeah, like 3 more boulders. 5 more boulders. 6 more. No, that's a mechanical. I gotta make sure I can just like, I mean, absolutely shoot him. Reese, you gotta get out of there, man. I'm gonna move these guys. You know, when in doubt, chance it out. Even if they don't have to move, you can still just make them sit in their same position. It's really cool that you can have a move not take any durability. Gosh dang it, my controller fell. But it's really cool that you don't have to have a thing where you don't have to take durability. I think it really sets the tone on how certain motions and stuff go. If I'm gonna be honest. How does a whole rock thing being thrown? But it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt the perk. It didn't hurt himself. Reese! I messed up with that. I did the whole wrong button input with a burning passion. I couldn't let my guy die. I couldn't, bro. I couldn't. I think that ultimately crashed my Wii, though. It did. Hold up. Now I gotta go over here. Give y'all some T1 levels of stuff. You wanna know how to get all this stuff for lesser price? Go watch Funky Scott. That's all I'm gonna say. Why? Because I'm not trying to get sued, man. I think they could really sue me. I have literally no money to my name. And that's why bankruptcy is a thing. Ah, you're right. Dang it. I didn't think about that. But after this, I do plan on making sure to record the guide for all that. For the Monster Hunter game. Hey man, I told YouTube it's on, man. I told YouTube it's on. I can't back down from that. But now I get to just kind of skip. You can make sure to also eat. Like with chicken Alfredo or whatever. I did send in my next, whatchamacallit, my next, oh, I made another poll to see what, games you wanted, y'all wanted me to, review make sure to check it by like it's like July. I think it's like July of next Tuesday. Yeah, July next Tuesday. It's I don't know what on earth that was. Skip this. Okay. No. My phone turned dark. You detected inactivity during your current live. Complete the verification and continue your current live. What does that even mean? Inactivity? Bro, I'm here. I'm literally like, what does that even mean? I'm trying to even use that. I even tried to work around it and put it on my PC, but it's just so determinedly stubborn to not be on my PC. They're like, oh, you gotta be able to multi-screen. You can't do that. I'm like, dude, yes I can. What are you gonna do? Ban me from the thing? Why? Because here's the thing. Here's the thing that I want to say. I'm really gonna be determined when I say this. I can guarantee you, if I was like some kind of like D1 person inside of like Twitch or whatever, they would not have done that, or they would never do that. I say that, and then Jinxie gets thinking, he would, I think it was like he got banned or something like that. I only knew this because I was checking my Snapchat a lot for my me and my friends were just chatting. Oh, I got some Lance user out here. Come on. Oh yeah, Oscar. It's a shame he got heavily sidelined for no reason. What happened to that? Steel Lance. Oh, it's Nephany. What? No, no. Nephany. Okay, here we go. Breathe. My guy. Yes, that is a lot of work. Yes, it is. Reposition. Definitely want you to go more on the left. Reese, then stand back. Reese, stay here. Renault, to the front. Tanya. Work. Matt. Chicken. Buddha. Fettuccine. Asiago. Alright, Chuck time. Let's go. We are way too zoomed in. I was gonna say that earlier, but I kind of blinked out. No. Yes. Because the water. Yeah, the square. I wish I could like put a goodness a pin. Ooh. Ooh. were more of this, we're going to keep that line. Get the line. Rock your body and line. Ow. Good slash. Oh, weak fall. Ah. What is this? Flotation device. I'm not making a move. Get on the thing. If you get on this, you won't drown. I shouldn't be doing that. Really got like semi sunburn on my shoulder, other shoulder. I put that on the ground. Yes, I did basically get ouched. I didn't tell my mom though. Because she kept going on and on and on about sunblock. Alright guys, reapply. I'm like, bro, I am 21. We are not at Pirates Bay doing this stinking thing. We hooting and holler about to reapply every hour. I got my get back because I decided to be a doofus and literally lay on a floaty, and I had my back turned, so like my whole like shoulder got caught with it. Cause I did apply everywhere. I mean everywhere. The only thing I got hit was my stinking shoulder. My right one especially the worst because the sun was more on my right side. But see, like my left is good. If it got hit like the same as my left to my right, it really wouldn't have been as bad. I still make sure to obviously like, put like some lotion on it, just cool it down. I had like my shirt not on the like congested to my back. I like let it breathe so that way I can at least get some colder air and not just be beamed up like that. Yada 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 yada. So thankfully it was like only, I think like that day I got hit. That was like a Tuesday. It was Friday. So alright, good avoid. Good avoid. I'm not gonna push Reese stupid hard up there. I really want to finish the game, but like I don't feel compelled to because it's been months of me playing this game. It's not a bad game, it's just stupid long. That's why I couldn't really play Persona 5 or anything like that on here, because I feel like I take way too long to really enjoy the game like that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just the game. Like, you know, it's your experience. You know, you have fun with the game that you got. So, like for example, I'm gonna tell you this with a straight face. I never played Pickle before. To be honest and call it a hot take, I just don't like the game. When I played it for a little bit, I just said to myself, how does anybody find this enjoyable unless you're like 4 years old? Seriously, I really don't see it. You're gonna let nostalgia hit you with like a blind fan for no reason. I just don't like that game. would not say that, you know, it's got some cool things. You know? It's got some decent visuals. Like, I do like this, you know, the paper aspect like that. I also like that, like, you know, like those, like, fold-out, like those paper, like, oh my goodness. Like, you know, like those picture books when you flip them out and, like, it'll make, like, certain, like, houses or structures like that because, you know, it's all folding. I like that they do that whenever you enter certain areas, or when you enter areas, that it'll actually, like, change the terrain of how it looks inside the thing. I thought that was pretty cool, detail. Titania. Who says it like that? Hit him with that soul. Oh man, that is a boot gang if I ever saw a boot. There we go. Gotta do it. Get slash. I just gonna have to take the hit on this one. I gotta sugarcoat it. Let's get it up. Alright. This is gonna be a good slash. Good slash right here. Oof. Alright, let's see. Yeesh. Can't really move nowhere. Wait a minute. They didn't drop the rocks because we're not within line of sight. I see. That's horrible. Flotation in place. Alright, so a lot of good slash is currently going on so far. Really liking this, Got this one again, and poke. And a poke part 2. And a poke part 3. Oh man. Good dodge. Good job. Ooh! That's not one of our units. I'll tell you that much. Yeesh. Another boulder is currently rolling down, like some Donkey Kong type of mess. And got hit. Oof. Oof again. And then it gets destroyed. And he's like, I gotta leave now. I gotta leave too. Let me push my rock real quick, guys. Ow. Alright. Put this guy to rest. Time to put that theory to the test. Sparkle, shiver, and shine. Alright, so we're gonna sneak and push all the way forward. Everybody push with me now. Bad push. It's bad push. It's bad, terrible, horrendous push. Oh. Well, have you already used the rock? There's no. Hold up. Hello? Hello? Yes, sir, I'm here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got it. Alright. Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri. Set a timer for 8 minutes. Oh, that's a cute door right there. Should go to. Just got that. I give up first assignment. I feel like a mercenary. Except I don't like my boy. Which is, I guess, every mercenary. Job's a job. Alright, but real talk though. I gotta figure out a way how to pull this one off. But yeah, I had to end the live thing like that. That's usually why I also don't do it, because I know I'm gonna get some kind of like thing about that. And, you know, maybe it's a. Ooh. Ooh. You just have to do something with a door. A random person reads, let them fix it, blah blah blah. My bad about the mic pop, but that's pretty much what it is. So I'll make sure to just have that do, then come back, and then just come and finish all this. Cause see, I've been trying to make sure that I'm not trying to like have baked this. Someone's like, 'cause I always think to myself, this isn't really true. Someone's usually sitting there like, oh my goodness, I can't wait for this guy to stream. And then I do it, and I get some half-baked thing, and then I leave. Now I know, obviously we're not gonna have no parasocial. We're not doing that, alright? We are not doing that. I got hit with that the hard way for a really long time. Never have that. I just think I don't like it. That sounds mean, but I mean that in a good way. Like, you're not gonna show up to the house, bro. That's what I'm trying to simply say. I like you as, a viewer, and I think of y'all as really cool people. But we cannot have that sort of thing, because that is going to lead to some very tough stuff, physically and mentally. There's probably gonna be somebody who's gonna genuinely fight me because I didn't let them into my house. Like, but we're friends. No, we're not. I just now met you. Like, I'm trying to be real. I know I sound mean. I sound like a teacher, like a pre-K teacher who has like all the happy sunshine stuff, and I had to hit it and then like push it and break all this stuff. Like, I sound mean. Like, I don't like talking like that. So you made it this far, have you? They prepared for it to be sitting down screaming. Alright, now we fight. You know, I kind of think to myself, what even is my personality type, bro? I'm gonna be real. I had to sit down and think to myself. I'm like, everyone's at least, like, on here, at least got some kind of, like, wit, charm, thing, something that makes them, them. But then I thought to myself, I'm like, bro, I'm really just a culmination of this. Not everything, but, like, something yet nothing. And I was sitting there like, dang, that's brutal. Ugh. Ouch. But if that's what we're gonna have to do, or we're gonna have to get for criticism, then I guess so be it. I guess so. Ain't no way everyone basically all fell down like that. Almost failed. Fun in the sun. Dang, my phone's almost about to be aired out. Oh my goodness, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I am exhausted. I don't even think I'll make it to this stinking thing. Probably the first time I genuinely made it a spin. Now, this is gonna sound stupid ironic. But bro, I cannot keep this up anymore. I am tired. So, yeah, I know I talked about that whole, waiting for thing, but honestly, there's really nobody watching, so there's not even no point. Be aware, take care, and I'm gonna be recording Monster Hunter. See you later.